Welcome to the Regal Eagle Report. I'm Lasya.
I'm Loveline.
I'm Nikhil, and we are your co-hosts.
We are Team 2869, a diverse and inclusive team located at Bethpage High School.
We are aiming for our podcast to be an outlet to interact with other teams and collaborate on varied ideas and thoughts.
We are so excited to introduce our brand new series where we'll be interviewing one team from each state.
Embark on our journey as we will be aiming to hit every state, reaching our goal of 50.
For this week's episode, we are going to be interviewing Windham Windup from New Hampshire.
So please introduce yourselves as well as your position on the team. We will start first. So hi, I'm Nikhil. I'm a sophomore. I'm one of the CNC leads and I do mechanicals.
Aryan.
I'm Aryan. I'm the CAD lead and the CNC lead also. And I mentor the other students and CAD.
Okay.
My name's Lasya. I'm a senior and I help out with fundraising and outreach.
My name's Loveline. I'm co-captain of the team.
My name's Nora. I'm a senior and I'm the electrical lead.
My name's Matthew. I'm a junior. I'm the mentoring lead, and also I help out with mechanical.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan. I'm a senior on the team, and I am the design lead.
I'm Brianna. I'm also a senior on the team, and I'm in pit crew.
So starting with our questions, our first one is, how was your team founded? Like, what is its origin?
Yeah, so when our founder's son was at a neighboring high school, he was working as a software engineer and after hours would be volunteering as a mentor for their FRC team. When his son graduated, he left his job and became the tech ed teacher at Windham High School in 2010. One of the first things they did was start an FRC team with grants from BAS Systems and NASA.
Very cool. So is there any story behind your guys' team name?
Yeah, so our name came about from a little wind-up toy that our founder had on his desk all the time. For a while, our logo actually featured a mechanical wind-up key just put in the back of our school's Jaguar logo.
Why didn't you guys change it?
We kind of liked the modernization of the gears, which we thought looked cooler.
That's very cool.
So for how long have each of you been on FRC?
I've been in FRC for 4 years, but I've been in the first program for about 9 years now.
I've been in it just for 2 years.
Nice. So where's your school located? Is it a big school district, small, or city?
Yeah, so our team is from Windham, New Hampshire, which is a mid-sized town about an hour from Boston. Windham is a very residential town with only about 1 to 2 large companies. We're not technically affiliated with any high schools since we are a 4-H team. However, most of our students are from 8th grade or higher, so they attend either the Windham Middle School or the Windham High School.
What's 4-H?
Yeah, so 4-H is a program that just incorporates a few teams or clubs under it, which gives us a few tax benefits by allowing us to be a 501c3 nonprofit. That also opens up a whole bunch of scholarships and sponsorships to our team.
That's very cool. So how do you think that your team has helped to increase membership over the past few years?
Yeah, our team's had a stand at the freshman orientation, which is great for recruitment for freshmen. We also are set up at the club fair every year. And in years past, we've been very involved with our community through a whole bunch of small town events, which help get our name out there. We also have a section in the local newspaper about the events we attend and how we perform.
So what are some ways your team has gathered sponsors, and who are some of these sponsors?
It's been pretty difficult to get sponsors because of Windham being a residential area. The neighboring towns, which also have businesses and own their own FRC team, which we don't want to impede on. So this leads us to targeting larger, more established and corporate sponsors, state and school funding, and also along with some fundraisers. As of last year, 26% of our funding was corporate, about 50 was from state and school combined, and 18 was from various other fundraisers.
That's nice. So what are some of the different fundraisers you guys have held, which have gained a lot of money?
So yeah, in past years, our team has hosted the FLL State Championship, and running concessions has been a major fundraiser for us. However, unfortunately, we're not going to be hosting the FLL State Championship this year. So we're looking into starting back some of the fundraisers we used to do in the past, such as selling donuts or cookies were very useful for us, but we've also ran a car wash fundraiser this year.
That's nice. Something similar in the summer, we run car washes. So now moving on to your robot, how do you think it's evolved over the years?
Yeah, so over the years, our team has had many design philosophies, but for the last 2 years, we've had a lot of success by pushing the W8 philosophy, which stands for What Will Windham Windup Wield to Win Week 1, which pushes us to think about what the bare necessities for winning our first district events. For example, this season, our robot has 1 degree of freedom and was based off of the unqualified Quokka's robot in 3 days. Despite the simple robot, we focused on solid execution, which led us to bringing home banners in our week 3 and week 4 events, as well as leading the district championship, being first overall pick in our division, and the autonomous award, which was a big deal for our team because we've never received a DCM trophy before.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you say what would Windham wind up?
Yeah, it's kind of a tongue twister. What will Windham Windup wield to win week 1?
What will Windham
What will win to win week 1?
What would
Yeah.
Windham wield to win week 1?
What will Windham
Wait, how'd you guys
wield
come
to
up with that?
win week 1?
It was something that one of our mentors came up with. I don't know how he came up with it, but
That's really funny.
I love that.
Okay. What new or different parts has your team added or brought for the robot, like a swerve drive?
yeah, so a cool thing that our team's been working on this off-season, we built a full 1678 clone robot, which took basically our whole off-season. But it's been an amazing test bed for new ideas and products that we want to be using in the 2025 season. For example, our team has never built a robot with an elevator that has been successful before. So we've kind of barricaded off the idea of using an elevator from any concepts that we start early in the season. So doing this on that robot is a big step and big door open to us in the 2025 season. This off season, we've used a couple of new products from the Thrifty Bot, which include the laser can, which we loved using on the clone robot. We're very excited to use the laser can next season because it provides a new level of control and accuracy that we haven't had access to before.
I was just gonna say we've never had success with elevator either.
Or pneumatics, actually.
We've tried and
Yeah.
it never works. So yeah.
I heard you said your bot has 1 degree of freedom. Are you referring to like linkages?
Yeah, it has one arm pivot, and that's about the only linkage it has. It does have rotational degrees of freedom, but we don't really count that as a degree of freedom for us.
So like in the past you've used that instead of an elevator?
Yeah, so actually in 2023 we used a double jointed arm, and the arm that we built on our robot this year was based off of that design and had a lot of stuff we learned. So it worked a lot better than the 2023 arm too.
Oh, I'm glad. I mean, if it ain't broke, gotta fix it. No, congratulations. That's really cool. I know a while ago, I think it was over 5 years ago, our team, we tried to use the linkages, and our mentor was saying how that we kind of failed at it, and that kind of like inhibited us from doing it in the future. So actually very recently we just started like experimenting, like, okay, what if we did try to use this again, like keeping our minds open for the next game. So I think that's really cool that you guys have kind of got it down. I don't know, I think it's really cool, you guys.
Speaking of the new game, are you guys excited
I was
to
just
see what the water game is going to be all about?
Oh yeah, super excited.
Do you guys have any predictions?
Yeah, what do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. I'm big on the PVC pipe idea.
Oh, what's that? I haven't
Yeah, what
heard
is
that
that?
one.
It's kind of like scoring a 4-inch diameter PVC pipe into a wall, which is interesting.
That would be pretty cool, actually. Like pipes, like, oh
What
wait.
is that?
You know what PVC pipe is?
No, I know. No.
Well, like irrigation, like
Yeah,
it's water.
we know.
Yes,
Oh,
thanks.
We understand.
Thank you. I like that idea, actually.
Arian has a lot of predictions.
I do a lot.
All right, what's
You
what's
guys
the
are-
prediction? What do you think?
For sure, the field's gonna be like very cramped. It's gonna be crowded. So
You'll have moguls.
yeah, because if it's reefscape and we just came off of an open field, so it's definitely gonna be crowded and it's gonna require a lot of like technical
Like
ability.
coral reef as obstacles.
Yeah.
It could be like
Or like the moguls. No, I don't think they do a maze.
They would do
That'd be
amazing.
too
No, well,
complicated.
Charge Up was also open field, right? Like for the most part.
Yeah,
So-
Charged Up was like really open, but once you were behind the community, any robot that was too big got really inhibited.
That is true.
Plus, you couldn't triple climb if you had a really big robot.
Oh, that's true. You could hang off the edge though, which is kind of. I know you could do that.
Wait,
So I
do they
saw it at
even have
hospital.
like a
That was our
platform
first
thing?
reason.
I don't
We
think they're
saw
gonna
people
open
hang off.
again.
It was like, oh my god, you could do that.
I think for sure the game pieces are gonna be a lot smaller. There's no way.
So maybe like the PVC pipe, like the small diameter to grab onto.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be cool. I'm excited.
Wait, like kind of on the same topic, how do you guys like prepare for kickoff or like things like that? Because it's coming up really soon.
Yeah, I mean, preparing for kickoff, we've just had a few training sessions for our freshmen. We had one of our nice remote mentors who is also on 6329 share some ideas with us about how to use Onshape better, how to do CAD better, and just a few training programs for freshmen, along with obviously the 1678 build was a big learning resource for us.
Excuse me. Sorry, you said you guys use Onshape. We actually use Onshape, and Arian is, as you said, our CAD lead. So I'm curious, when you guys do the training groups, like we do like the electrical, the mechanical, I was wondering, like, how do you guys like decide like what are we gonna teach?
Yeah, so we have we try to teach every group. Our groups are not really set in stone though. We do have like kind of free flowing, you can do whatever you want. We have electrical, mechanical, CAD, and business are our main sub teams, but yeah, it's pretty free though. We also kind of have a management sub team for managing our spreadsheets and kind of managing the build of the robot.
Oh, that's cool. I know we don't have a managing one. Maybe that's something we should look into.
How many kids are on your team, like your whole team?
We have about like 30 to 40, I think, with the new freshmen incoming. I think it's around there.
We have
Like 50, right?
around the same.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like around the same as you guys.
Yeah, maybe a little
bit
more.
Yeah.
We used to be a very small team. Like when I'm a senior now, when I was a freshman, I think we had like 20
25.
people on the team. So it's definitely like grown a lot. Have you guys seen a lot of growth in your team over the years?
Honestly, not really. It's been pretty steady at about 30 for the whole time I've been on the team.
I know, like for me and Arian are juniors, and like we're the only juniors on the team.
Mm-hmm.
But then Nikhil, he's a sophomore, and we have like a ton of
Oh, wow.
sophomores. Like over
There's
like
15 of us.
yeah, over like 15 sophomores. Then we have like a bunch of seniors now. We have like
It's
close to
not
10
easy to
seniors.
distribute.
Yeah, 10. Like yeah,
So
mostly sophomores and freshmen.
yeah, so I don't really see a pattern with like our incoming freshmen. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's a little. But I'm glad it sounds like you guys have stayed consistent, which I'm sure is like useful when you're planning things like training groups and stuff like that. You expect like a number.
I mean, in 23, we did graduate a group of like almost 10 seniors, which was a big hit for our team. So we have noticed something as well where it's kind of big groups of freshmen joining or nobody.
Yeah.
We also just got
Or like the freshmen will join and then they'll leave like after like a week. of
Yeah, we
practice.
see like
Yeah,
a
a lot of
lot
that
of people in the beginning, and then as the season goes on, it like kind of like
You see
dwindles
who's
down.
consistent and who's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
But you guys are a community team, right? So do you pull not only from Windham High School and middle school, or do you pull from other?
We try not to pull from other teams, especially if they have an FRC team, but we have had actually a team captain who's been from a different team who graduated in 22. So we do pull some students from other teams. Right now we don't have any.
That's cool.
Do you want to continue?
So like coming back to outreach, is your school affiliated with any like or like your team with any like FLL teams or FTC which you guys mentor?
Our school isn't connected with any FLL or FTC teams, but we did, like previously mentioned, host the FLL state championship for a number of years.
Does the 4-H have a center for that then?
I don't believe 4-H does FLL teams. I'm not positive though. We don't even have like a 4-H center that's really that close to us. We're just kind of incorporated under the UNH division of 4-H. But there is a local community program that has about 4 or 5 FLL teams and 3 FTC teams.
Nice. Where do you guys go for your regional?
We are on a district system, so we're going to be going to the Granite State Regional or District, which is basically right next door to us in Salem. It's about a 5-minute drive, and the UNH District event in Durham, so that's about a 30-minute drive for us.
So what are you guys' like major outreach initiatives that you've done?
We currently don't have any major outreach programs, but we have some ideas that we're working on.
I'm curious, what do you guys think that you might be like cooking up for the future?
Maybe it's like top secret.
Well,
I mean, we actually host a practice field with our friend team, 6324 Salem. So it's about 5 minutes from us. We host a lot of other teams there, like we've had teams like Mechanical Advantage, 708, a whole bunch of other community teams, Chaos. Like we've hosted about 10 teams there throughout the season.
yeah, we do something very similar.
Yeah, last year, so we hosted a week 0 event called Regal Eagle Rampage, where we build like the entire game field out of wood for all teams across our community to come and play, like not like matches, but calibration matches to practice, prepare for actual competition. And then last year,
We like
in like
extended it for
March,
a week.
we extended our practice field for a week.
That's
And
nice.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
very helpful.
We were luckily we partnered with our local team.
Our friends also.
Yeah, our
Sayo.
friends. Yes, we were very good friends with them. Sayo is their name, and
Supersonic.
Yeah.
Team 9016, the Syosset Supersonics.
so I call
Yeah.
them. But they were lucky. They had connections to a local church, and they had a big space that allowed for us to use. So that was very nice of them, and I'm glad to see like the theme of like hosting previous events is like carrying on. That's cool.
Being in New England, we have the like privilege to have the official week 0 event, which is amazing. We used to, I believe, way back, we hosted it once or twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like our events, but like a real one.
It only got recognized this year. We don't really know if it's like officially regional. We just call it that because it's been for like our own regionals. But like, do you guys know Morpheus, the team?
Yeah, Morpheus has been to the practice field a lot. They're a great local team.
Because we interviewed them on Monday, and then we were like talking about you guys, and they're like, "Because it's so cool, you guys like responded back at the same time to be on the podcast." So, okay, yeah, just a side note.
Okay, so you guys went to World Championships. So how was the experience if you guys went, and what was your favorite part of it?
Yeah, I mean, so speaking kind of team-wise, I think everyone had a really great time. We loved talking with other teams, looking at other robot designs. We went as far as semifinalists at the event and ranked 3rd during qualifications, which was a pretty big accomplishment for us because we've never been semifinalists before, and we hope we can experience again this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What about like each of your like personal experience, like meeting other teams or things like that?
Personally, I also found just kind of going around the pits and looking at other robots was really fun. Team dinners was a great bonding experience. It kind of gave us a time to recoup on what happened that day. I think my all-time favorite was playing poker and like other card games with other teams in our hotel lobby at Worlds. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I see a lot of similarity between our team and your guys' team.
Uncanny
You like
Food and
love
poker.
You
I
guys
know,
are
me-
literally the Regal Eagles of, and we're the New York.
Yeah.
No, we play poker in our physics class sometimes.
Oh.
It's-
Okay.
That part might need to be cut.
The whole
Yeah, for me in years past at Worlds, we've gone bowling, played laser tag as a team, and we've also visited the Galveston Pier, which was super awesome. We also had a really cool match replay this last year that took us from rank 10 to rank 3, which was like completely turned around the whole event for us, which was amazing.
What division were you
Yeah,
guys
I was just gonna ask you.
in? Yeah, what division?
Galileo, I think.
We were in Valley.
We were in Valley.
Daily?
Oh, really?
Valley.
No.
Okay.
That's so cool.
So, again, a personal question. What sparked interest in robotics for you?
Yeah, when I was younger, I think it was around 2013, there was a robotics competition happening at my local high school. And just by random chance, I happened to come across it and proceeded to force my parents to stay for multiple hours afterwards to finish the entire competition. I was like immediately hooked on robotics, and I joined an FLL team like right after that experience, and I've loved it ever since.
For me, I kind of wanted to join a club at our school that was hands-on and could help me find what I wanted to pursue in college because I didn't really know at the time, which robotics definitely fit that description for me. When I first heard about it, I thought it was like BattleBots, and that really intrigued me. I grew up on that show, so but I found out shortly after, obviously it's not BattleBots, but I mean, I've always been personally interested in the STEM field. I just didn't really know what part. So it was fun finding that out in the team.
So you guys were talking about your alumni earlier. So have alumni within your team pursued higher education in STEM-related like jobs?
Yeah, so we've actually tracked over the last 10 years, 98% of our alumni have pursued a higher education. The rest of our alumni have gone into trades, military, or modeling. And 85% of our alumni have pursued a STEM education. On our team, we currently have 3 team alumni who have come back to volunteer as mentors, and they also work in STEM-related fields. Their ability to bring professional knowledge is kind of key to our team's success. Having the ability to learn from these mentors with a very diverse STEM background, they really come from all disciplines. We have people working in medical device technology, defense, and manufacturing, which provides such a unique opportunity for us students to learn from industry professionals. We gain so many valuable skills, which might someday be of use to us in our careers.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Are
really cool.
you guys interested in pursuing STEM careers or majors when you're in college?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
definitely be pursuing an engineering degree.
Same for
Do
me.
you guys, do you guys know where you think you might want to specialize?
For me, either robotics or mechanical, I think.
Yeah, I'm key on specializing in like mechatronics engineering or robotics engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are all of our questions. Now it's more like open floor. You guys can ask us anything that you have.
What type of outreach does your team do?
We do a lot of outreach. So our team is broken up into 2 sections: outreach and like our mechanical, electrical, like actual robotics stuff. And I'd say both of them have an equal amount of people. So one of our biggest outreach initiatives or programs that we started, I think 3 years ago, was called First Together, which is a community-based program where we basically do community service events with our FRC or any first teams across Long Island. And we're so blessed to have such a big first community like near us. So we do events such as beach cleanups, car washes, and during the car washes, actually, we raise funds for underfunded teams as like mini grants to send out to them. So that's also another major part of our outreach. And then I guess our podcast is also very big.
And also like for First Together, if you guys are looking to like expand your own outreach in your community, you can start by like making branches if you're interested. So we started like a branch in Alabama with the team who's interested on the podcast. So if you guys are definitely looking like to build your outreach in like any small way, you guys can take part and we can definitely DM you the package and we can help you guys start one. It's really not that hard. It's just we can help you guys plan events, help you guys advertise and things like that.
It's basically just you guys doing community service events, but like as a first community together. So it's also a nice way to like meet new people, make friends, and so you have people that you know at competitions.
Especially because you guys were saying you want to build your outreach in some way. Like this is like a great way, and it's easy to start as well.
Yeah.
So definitely like we can DM you guys the info if you guys want.
Yeah, it sounds like you're.
Yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah, perfect.
We also do a lot of international outreach.
Romania.
Yeah, so we do a STEM Kits initiative where we've donated STEM kits to about 8 countries so far with students from our team. And they went there and they like taught STEM lessons to the students there. And then also we've interviewed international teams on our podcast, and then we've helped them when they've been to local competitions as well. So this is like really dumbed down version of everything we do, but yeah.
Yeah. This year we're focusing mainly on sustainability. That's a big thing we saw in competition last year as well.
And then we give a mini grant
Yeah.
for international.
Yes.
Yes.
Romania.
A lot.
Any other questions?
I don't currently have any.
How about for you guys? What was your favorite part of going to Worlds?
Arian, do you want to start?
It's probably the atmosphere. Worlds is such like a big location, so many teams, so chaotic. Everything goes right or wrong, and it's a mess. And I love that part of it.
Those are homes.
Nikhil's a newbie, so
He hasn't
he
gone to
hasn't
Worlds
been
yet.
yet, but hopefully this
Fingers
year.
crossed.
Crossing our fingers.
Yes.
All right, guys.
For me, I loved going to the football pits and like seeing all the fun things they have, like all the different plays. And this year, like me and Lavleen, we got to present for Impact. It was definitely stressful. It was a lot of fun, but like I loved the atmosphere.
My favorite part is definitely interacting with like so many people from like across the globe. It's especially the international teams, because it's so like fun seeing how like their first robotics works in like their countries and stuff like that. But also like meeting new people and making new friends is definitely a good part of the experience as well.
Yeah, for me, that's basically the same. Like, meeting new people is definitely great. I just also love seeing all the outfits. Like, you are like dressed up in like flames or like I don't even know, like crazy things. It's so cool to see. And obviously, like learning from all the mistakes we make during Worlds is also really helpful for the upcoming season.
And
Hi.
hopefully this time we'll see you guys at Worlds.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I've not had the.
It's okay. But this year, this year,
Fingers crossed for him too.
Yes, fingers crossed for both.
Any other questions?
Well, you guys went to Worlds, right? You just talked about that. What are your favorite teams that you saw?
Monkey monkeys.
Yeah.
One of
Monkey monkeys.
One
Gotta
of
go
our
846.
very obsessed with Funky Monkeys, but they weren't there last year.
No, Funky Monkey sadly did not make it to Worlds.
Monkey.
I'm trying to think who my favorite.
I don't have a favorite.
I like.
Um,
We love them all
no,
equally.
we did Robo.
No. I liked one team. I don't know. It was like a team from Hawaii or something. They like gave out lays and everything. That was nice.
They really love.
But I don't know. All of them.
Yeah, I like
all of
I
them.
can't choose a favorite.
Yeah, because I've got so
everyone.
many.
Beautiful.
Maybe the Rockets, because that's when we started first together
together.
with them. So
Yeah.
we had a good connection with them.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but definitely if you guys like really want to weigh, definitely DM us. Yeah, we
Yes.
can send you guys stuff.
Awesome.
Any other questions?
Can't think of anything right now.
Okay,
All good.
no worries. So thank you guys so much for coming on and talking with us, and good luck this season.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Good luck.
Thank you
Thank you
guys.
so much. You too.
Bye.
Bye.